All right, second week of February. I think it's kind of 2 weeks in one for this one. I was a little bit off, so I'm going to change the day that I'm filming to make it hopefully fit my schedule a little bit better. Do something that I can religiously do for an extended period of time. So I'm pretty excited. The past couple of weeks, I've done a lot of soul searching and kind of trying to figure out what it is I want, where I want to go, and what I'm going to do to get there. It's been really interesting. I've been taking a lot of new information in and restructuring kind of how I think. So one of the things is the way that I read books is a little bit different now. I used to just kind of plow through books and read them a couple times. I think I'm going to be going through a cycle of rereading most books that I've already read because now I'm a very different person than say what I read 3, 4, 5 years ago. So I'm going to be doing that. That's really exciting for me. I'm hopeful that all the books that I thought were amazing the first time around still hold up. If not, maybe that's just a one-time book, earlier stage book. I want to make sure that it's something that I can figure out and delineate what kind of books I should refer to people and when in the stage in the journey they should read it. That's something I'm super interested in, and I'd love to finally one day have a list of, okay, you should read these books in this order if this is what you want in your life, and kind of see the pathway. That way I can help more people. And that way I get a lot of people ask me for book recommendations. And that's honestly my biggest struggle with it is I don't really know what book to give someone because I don't necessarily know where they're at and where along the journey they are. And I've recommended some books and they go straight over people's heads. And other books I say, oh, you shouldn't read that yet because that's, I think, a deeper book than we're necessarily ready for. And a lot of times I say, but I want to read it anyway, so then read that. And I think that if I had a little bit more formula in the way that I was going to refer them, maybe ranking them by what stage you should be at when you read it. That might be a more helpful way for me to visualize it when I'm recommending it to them. So really excited about that. On the other end of business, I've been doing a lot of training of employees. The VA is coming along great. I have a full employee handbook for my teammates. So as soon as I bring new people on, I'm just going to give them the training manual, get them getting after it, and then also have hopefully soon video SOP trainings for how to do every single step along the way. A lot of the trainings for how to clean windows, how to clean gutters, how to do everything that will be delineated in the book of how we run the business and how the customer facing side works. And that's going to be something that they can go over that way. If I'm not necessarily present, I know that the standard is still being held. And that as long as the new guy or the old guy is training the new guy in the way that it's supposed to be, it's going to be amazing. So I'm really excited about that. I might be hiring another VA pretty soon here to do some cold outbound for me. I'm really excited to see where that takes me, but I'm really not sure if that'll be a worthwhile investment. I'll probably do it for 1, maybe 2 months. If there's no good results by then, I'm probably going to scrap it and try something else. But I think that if that is something where they can bring in 3, 4, 5 extra jobs a month, that'd be crazy because they only cost a couple $100. So if they're bringing in 5 jobs for $300, that'd be a $60 CAC. And that's really not too bad as far as what I paid for other things, as far as a full scheduled on the calendar job. And I'd rather pay a little bit more on the front end to guarantee that I'm just having another source and another place where people are coming in from. And over time, the better they get, the more and more that price is going to go down. I also think that if it works and it's a little bit expensive, then I'll probably have them work on getting more commercial jobs, storefronts, other bigger ticket or longer, bigger LTV customers. I'm really excited to see where that goes. Hopefully, I haven't even started that process yet, but that's been something that's kind of percolating in the back of my mind as I've been training my VA and finishing up training my employees. So I have an employee that's fully set, ready to go. I think next week I'm going to have him start doing jobs by himself. And then after that, I'm going to work on bringing the next guy on, training them, making sure that they're fully dialed in. Everything's all set and ready. That way I can pair them off, put them together, and then add another vehicle, do the same thing again, and just rinse and repeat, add as many people as I can. We're already getting a lot busier as far as the schedule goes. And I do really think that in this current place and time where my business is at, having more employees that are part-time is better than having fewer that are full-time to cover the same amount of schedule. So maybe if I have even to start with 3 employees that are alternating, they're all part-time, and say they each one work 3 or 4 days a week, I can give 3 days, and I can just have it offset so that the way they're always kind of working together and it's going to be going full time. And then whoever's kind of the lowest performer will probably get the least shifts, and the guys who are the bigger performers are going to get more shifts. I want it to be something where people want to work and they're motivated to work. They're not working just because they have to work. There's other people. That way, also, if people want days off, specific days off, they can request them off amongst each other. And that way it makes the scheduling side as far as jobs easier on my end. So I'm going to just have my VA do that. I won't have to necessarily be involved in that anymore. And that'll make that a lot easier. I'm really excited to see where that takes me. It's kind of the next 2 months goal is to be at that point where I have 3, 4, 5 employees, couple trucks running extra, all kind of going from where we're at now to having that many extra people and maybe another 2, 3 VAs, someone calling lists, someone doing that. And that way it would really take me out and I can just drive revenue and do some other project planning. Another thing that I've been working on is I've been giving a couple of quotes out for big jobs that I can't do. And I've been seeking them out a little bit, trying to get them so that I can sub it out to someone else that I have a good subcontracting relationship with. But maybe I can pull another big chunks of revenue when I'm selling these bigger jobs. So that's kind of where I'm at. I'm really, really excited to see what happens and where things go. I'm also trying to shift my customer avatar not shift, but I want to redefine my customer avatar for certain things. That way with commercial work, I'm having jobs where it's specifically this customer, this time, and this customer. This isn't just one customer. I want them to be multiple customers. So one property manager who has 4 properties to do, 12 properties for us to do, manager of 5 locations of a chain, so franchises, things like that. That'd be super cool. I mean, I'll talk to a couple people that I know that are in that space and then see what I can do about talking to them, picking their brain, seeing how I might get in contact with them and get contracts like that I haven't been able to do in the past. So I'm really excited to see how it goes, where it goes, and I'm looking forward to keeping